Back once again with Ed. It's been a good day at the office, a 4-0 win against Portishead Town. I don't want to start on a negative note, but it was a bit of a slow start today, I felt, Ed. Am I being harsh?
No, you're not being harsh. I think if we're talking about standards that we're trying to set and performance levels, certainly of recent weeks, I think it was a slow start. I think they were quite good. They caused us some problems in how they congested space in the middle of the park. So it took us a little while to try and figure out how exactly we could break them down, playing around them, and what that meant for different people's roles. But once we figured that out, things started to click. We got into the areas that we get into, and we focus on a lot, pretty consistently. And at that point, it becomes only a matter of time for the goals to start going in.
What you must be pleased with, Ed, is the first 2 goals from wonderful set-piece delivery.
Yeah. I mean, like last season, set pieces were a big part of our game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we scored much from open play at all last season. We relied heavily on set pieces to score, whereas that's not really been the case this year. We've been a lot more free flowing in front of goal this season, in that respect. But where they'd caused us problems and we, were struggling to an extent to try and break them down, sometimes you've got to find other ways. So it was quite nice for us to revert back to that. A couple of really good deliveries from set pieces, and then willingness to go and run across the players and attack the ball, and that obviously resulted in a couple of really good goals that got us ahead.
Yeah, it was good to see, wasn't it? And then you've spoken about goals from open play, and that's exactly what you got from the bench as well. So that must be really pleasing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't call them subs. We call them finishers for a reason. It's because we expect them when they are called upon, whatever role they're given, they're going to come on and make an impact and make sure performance levels are either maintained or improved. And we got that from the finishers today. Top end of the pitch, really good. Nice to see Jem get a goal. She's been really patient this year for minutes, and the season probably hasn't gone the way that she would have wanted from an individual point of view. But it's nice for her to have been able to come on and contribute today, and then to see RJ come on and get more minutes and bag her first goal in the National League for us. That's also really, really exciting. But then also, Macy's got an assist when she's come on. Isaac's done a really good job when he's come on at the back and helped tighten things up for us and keep us playing. And then Vic's made a really good contribution as well, coming on in the middle of the park. So finishes all round superb. Everyone in the squad played their role today, and that's always what we're expecting and what we're hoping for.
Another big game next week. We go down to Torquay over the Easter holiday. They are fighting for their lives. That's going to be a tough game and a big game next week. So to key up for that one, anything special planned in training or business as usual?
No, well, it's business as usual. Like the majority of our focus is on ourselves and what we're doing, what we can do better. Obviously, we'll review the footage from the first game of the season and talk a little bit about specifically what the game might look like. But it'll be business as usual for us. Like you said, they're scrapping for their lives. They've got a point against Southampton today, so that keeps them within touching distance of both Southampton and now Portishead. So they know that a win could get them out of the relegation zone, which is massive for them. And then for us, a win equals our points record for the National League. And then we're 2 defeats in 9, so we're in a good run of form ourselves, and we want to try and keep that going for as long as possible. 2 defeats in 10 would have a nice ring to it, and 24 points on the board would have a nice ring to it as well.
Yeah, great stuff today. We look forward to next week.